This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from all the Disney theme parks around the world. Here now, the news for December 21st, 2022. The end is near for the 50th anniversary celebration at Walt Disney World, and they're already retiring the new golden ticket designs. New character ticket designs are now available. The new ones have solid colored backgrounds with Walt Disney World and the most magical place on earth written on them at the top. And these are being given to guests at the parks, and we assume eventually being used for the Key to the World cards for resort guests as well. The available characters are Mickey Mouse in the new style, Tinkerbell, Miguel, Elsa, Simba, Chewbacca, Tiana, Moana, Woody, and Nemo. Guest relations at Magic Kingdom also let us know that the 2023-24 annual pass cards will be the same golden Fab 50 Mickey Mouse as last year. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that they never sold more annual passes and there's more cards. They ordered more cards than they needed. And so we're going to be getting these for years to come. Might be part of it. Walt Disney World has released a first look at the 50th anniversary grand finale collection, the final series of merchandise celebrating the world's most magical celebration. Collection will launch at Walt Disney World in January. There will be a classic black hooded pullover adorned with Mickey Mouse and friends, featured alongside the official Walt Disney World 50th logo. The collection features not one but two spirit jerseys bursting with hues from the celebration palette. There will also be a Cinderella Castle ear headband and matching Loungefly backpack. Not pictured are the matching grand finale Crocs, which might be the weirdest thing I've ever said on this show. The collection will also include a special Mickey plush ceramic travel tumbler and mug. All of the anniversary merchandise collections will remain available at Disney World and on Shop Disney while supplies last. The celebration, of course, officially ends on March 31st, 2023. I'm sad that none of this says grand finale. So the grand finale thing is stolen directly from Tokyo. That is every Tokyo anniversary, whether Disneyland or Disney Sea, they've always done a grand finale like the last 2 or 3 months. Usually it also includes added entertainment or something different. Obviously, we're not doing that here. But also our merchandise doesn't even say grand finale, which is, it's kind of lame. I mean, I guess it matches the rest of the 50th. According to recent reports, guests may soon be able to kick off 2023 with a ride on the Walt Disney World Railroad at the Magic Kingdom. There are some children at home that maybe need it explained what the Walt Disney World Railroad is, as they've never been alive for it. Regardless, the railroad at the Magic Kingdom has been closed for more than 4 years, but signs of an imminent reopening are pulling into the station. Recent reports indicated that Disney hoped to have the trains running in time for the Christmas crowds, but it's starting to look somewhat unfeasible. It could still happen, but cast members working at a station at the Magic Kingdom actually told us they are trying to open by January 1st. Again, the railroad hasn't run since 2018. World was a totally different place at that time when it closed to accommodate Tron Lightcycle Run construction in Tomorrowland. The new track running through the Tron site has been completed. They've also done some maintenance on the trains. On the track, there are supposedly some new surprises that we'll find when the train reopens, as well as some new audio, obviously, as the train now passes through Tron. But this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We may finally, once again, have a railroad at the Magic Kingdom. Last week, we tried a smattering of new menu offerings at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe in the Magic Kingdom, including a grilled chicken sandwich, a bunch of different sweet and sour salads, a lunar lemonade, and more. But now another, this has been the weirdest menu update, sort of in pieces. But they have added yet another new item, the Triple B Burger. So naturally, we blasted off back to Tomorrowland to give it a try. Our reporters are getting real tired of eating at Cosmic Ray's. The Triple B Burger is $12.99. It's Angus beef patty with bacon, cheddar spread, crispy onions, and Coca-Cola cherry barbecue sauce on a brioche bun served with French fries. The review on our website. I do miss the Coca-Cola barbecue sauce. They used to do all the food at Flo's V8 Cafe in Carsland with that stuff. It was real good. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, the Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. Back in October, some generic park logo signage was installed at the entrances of both Magic Kingdom and Epcot, which we later learned was to denote special entrances like pass holder lines and other things of the sort. Now these signs have also gone up at the tap styles at Disney's Hollywood Studios. There's also a set up at Animal Kingdom. The new park signs have been installed on the 4 columns at the guest entrance and exit locations. These signs are easily visible to visitors as they enter or exit. The signs show iconography from the park rather than drawing inspiration from the logo in this case. You may sort of recognize this art. This art began its lifespan on the Please Keep Our City Clean garbage cans that started in '89 in the Hollywood section of the park. Of course, they updated that in later years when the Earful Tower got removed, and then they did a whole new version of it for the little rope flags and some other stuff in the park. This is that new version that features Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land, but then still also features the Pan Pacific Auditorium entrance and the Chinese theater as well. You can feel the power of the Force even more with these select discounted lightsaber hilts, which are currently 30% off at Doc-on-Dar's Den of Antiquities at Hollywood Studios and Galaxy's Edge. Of the 15 different hilts available, 4 of them are on sale: the Leia hilt, the Plo Koon hilt, the Luminara Unduli hilt, and the Darth Sidious hilt. Like all legacy lightsabers, the blade is sold separately. The 26-inch blade is $45, the 36-inch blade $50. Luminara's lightsaber will ignite green, Leia and Plo Koon's are blue, and Darth Sidious's, as you might have guessed, is red. Unfortunately, the annual pass holder discounts do not apply to these discounted hilts, so you can't stack the discounts. Doc-on-Dar is not a fan of double discounts. It is worth noting, though, that the AP discount will work on the blades, so you can get 30% off both the hilts and the blades, but if you're a pass holder, you're already going to get the 30% on both anyway. But maybe this is a good incentive to go pick them up. That 30% discount for pass holders will conclude on December 23rd, though, so you have very limited time left. Pandora, the world of Avatar and Animal Kingdom, is home to lots of unique characters, but one that particularly sticks out to guests is Dr. Stevens, our pre-show guide to Avatar Flight of Passage. David Danapour, the actor behind the role, took to Twitter to announce a new T-shirt he designed to commemorate his performance in the pre-show. The phrase "and shirt" is a nod to his iconic line from the pre-show, "and fly." Joe Rohde even took to Twitter to retweet this, which is why we felt the need to share it. It's a fun shirt, and we enjoy this actor's performance. If you want to support him, here's a great way to do so. Last month, Disney's Blizzard Beach water park reopened after a lengthy refurbishment, and over at Tike's Peak, an area with scaled-down attractions for the little ones, they received Frozen retheming in a lot of places. During a recent visit, we found more of it that wasn't there on the first day. It's Kristoff and his pal reindeer Sven as children have been added as statues to the area. Peeking out from a snowbank, Kristoff and Sven look out at Tike's Peak, the children's splash pad play area. Kristoff is wearing his traditional outfit with a blue long-sleeve sweater and dark gray tunic trimmed with red and yellow accents and fringe, and Sven is peeking over the snowbank with his hooves atop it. The details continue. They are detailed all the way around, even the backside of the characters, fully detailed. Olaf, of course, replaced the snowman ice skater that used to be there. If you still want to find an ice skater at Blizzard Beach, there is one statue left. It's in the Ski Patrol training camp, at least for now, till the IPs get him to. The buffet will finally return to Chef Mickey's at Disney's Contemporary Resort in 2023. Oh boy. The buffet is set to replace the family style on March 1st of next year. Character dining returned to the restaurant in 2020, and distancing requirements were lifted earlier this year. It's unknown if the food will be the same as the current family style menus or if changes will be made since they're going back to the buffet. We would assume they'd have to because there's not enough items in the family style to fill out the buffet, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm really surprised it's going back to buffet. I thought for sure they'd just stay with family style. I thought it was working better for them, but guess not. Earlier this month, the Tampa Bay Rays announced they needed to relocate their spring base for 2023 due to extensive damage to their team training facilities caused by Hurricane Ian. At the time, they said they were exploring several options, but now Disney and the Tampa Bay Rays have announced that Major League Baseball will be returning to the Walt Disney World Resort in 2023, with the team set to hold a portion of its spring training at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex. Following the damage to their facilities in Port Charlotte, Florida, that was caused by Hurricane Ian in September, Walt Disney World is excited to be able to offer the team professional-grade facilities and its renowned hospitality as they hold a portion of the spring training at ESPN's Wide World of Sports complex. It's not clear yet if they have to have like a Game Pass reservation or anything to get in there. Anyway. Quote, "We are thankful for Disney's willingness and ability to accommodate our unexpected spring training needs," said Rays team president Matt Silverman. ESPN Wide World of Sports complex will provide our players and coaches with first-class facilities for their annual ramp-up to the season. Under the terms of the agreement, both the Tampa Bay Rays major and minor league players will conduct their spring training workouts at the Wide World of Sports this year. Major League spring training runs from February 6th through March 1st, with early arrivals reporting on February 6th and pitchers and catchers reporting on February 14th. Quote, "We are thrilled to be bringing Major League Baseball back to Walt Disney World," said Farron Kelly, the vice president of Disney Sports. "We're always looking for top-tier events like the Rays spring training for our guests to enjoy." The ESPN Wide World of Sports complex has a long history with professional baseball, having served as the spring training home of the Atlanta Braves for 20 years from 1998 to 2019, and as a host for the site of the inaugural 2006 World Baseball Classic, which featured Major League Baseball players. The Tampa Bay Rays have also previously used the complex as their home base. In 2007, they played 3 regular season games at the stadium and won all 3 games against the Texas Rangers. Eddie Sato, a former Disney Imagineer who's recognized as one of the most influential theme park experts in the world, believes that Disney resort hotels are becoming too generic. On Twitter, Sato responded to our story last week on the upcoming refurbishment of Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa's lobby. Quote, "It seems that all these holistic cues that make Disney hotels themed and unique why we go are being sanded down to be more like spaces in the real world hotels we pay to escape from," tweeted Sato. This seems to be the general consensus among many Disney fans. Of course, many of you let us know in the comments all the time, and it's been a critique of many of us here at WDWNT over the years as we've experienced new hotels, such as Disney's Riviera Resort, or remodeled venues from those usually used to be dripping with unique character, like the new rooms at Disney's Contemporary Resort with The Incredibles. I know a lot of people have not been a big fan of those, us either, for that matter. It feels common to see furniture and shelving units simply purchased from vendors and simple decals used to theme a room or a lobby space, when so often Imagineers used to design custom fixtures or go looking for actual antiques to properly fill out the resort hotels. Another former Imagineer, Robert Holland, responded, quote, "So true." That's important because Holland was the vice president of resort development as well as worked on the opening of Epcot, so he knows the subject pretty well. Sato also worked on one of the most beloved Disney hotels ever built, one that has some similarities to the Grand Floridian, funny enough, the Disneyland Hotel at Disneyland Paris, which blends magnificently into Main Street, USA, at what many consider to be the most beautiful Disney theme park on Earth. A Twitter user did ask Sato if he had any opinions on what is happening to the Disneyland Hotel in Paris as they're currently remodeling. He said, quote, "Not really, have not seen anything." Many others agreed and said that the Grand Floridian will lose its charm and that a Disney resort shouldn't be a generic hotel you can stay in from a regular hotel chain down the road. And with one final tweet on the subject, Sato added, quote, "Just want to take a moment to thank my friend, former Imagineer and Disney legend Wing Chow for his hard work in leading the themed hotel movement on land and sea that got us those quintessential escapes we still cherish so much." Of course, Chow, who was with the Disney company for over 37 years, is a widely respected pioneer in the hospitality industry with over 100 project credits on his resume. Of course, the Disney Parks blog recently confirmed what we reported this past spring and actually been reporting on for several years, that there will be a somewhat modern update of the lobby of the Grand Floridian in the next couple weeks and months. So stay tuned for that. I'm glad that these guys are weighing in because I think, it's easy to dismiss what fans are saying or what even bloggers and vloggers are saying, I think, because what credibility does the world give any of us? But these are the people that did this for real. These people designed the most unbelievably beautiful and creative resort hotels. And if they're coming in and saying like, okay, yeah, maybe you guys are kind of sanding down the theme and this isn't what these are supposed to be. It is worth noting they're not necessarily blaming Imagineers. They understand that sometimes management creates a situation where this is what they want and this is what's being done. And the other thing Eddie pointed out, which is what I always sort of bring up, is Disney tends to end up hiring people that design real-world hotels. So they've brought in people from Marriott and all different other companies. And instead of molding those people, taking what they've learned and molding it into what the Disney experience is, they kind of just let them solely base their decisions on their previous experience. And so what they do in a lot of cases to the resort hotels is more of just what the trends are, right? So if you go to, like, we stayed at the JW Marriott in Anaheim last year. That one particularly comes to mind. But there's so many things in there. I was like, that looks like the Swan Reserve, and this looks like the lobby at Riviera, and this looks like this new thing they did at the Contemporary. And that's never been the thing, right? You got to remember, when Disney started building themed hotels in the 70s, there was nothing on earth like the Polynesian and the Contemporary. Nothing on earth was like either of those things. So hopefully, Eddie tweeted at Bob Iger. I don't know if Bob Iger's going to look at it, but it'd be great. I hope the Josh D'Amaro and Mr. Iger and everyone in the company take a serious look at how they're doing the new hotels, how they're remodeling, and look for a way to make everyone happy, to offer that modern convenience and what new guest experience, but also keep the charm and the theme, which is what makes people come back over and over again, what makes the places different and special. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that didn't make it into today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. Special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make the show happen every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
This is Disney Entertainment News Today. I'm Rob Whiteside, and here now are the top Disney entertainment stories.
For the latest in Disney entertainment news, watch Disney Entertainment News Today, hosted by Rob Whiteside. From movies and series news to stage shows, books, video games, and more. New episodes drop every Tuesday on WDWNT.tv.